All right, let's chat. I got my cup of coffee. I have my little cards. I chose some for today. So let's just talk about some things. And these are some conversation starters that you can do around the table with mom and dad. All right, so think about it. Here's the first one. Ready? A friend is someone who, what does a friend do? What do you think? I'll listen. A friend is someone who will talk with you, maybe share a treat. I like to have my friends over and sit and drink coffee and talk. It's fun. Maybe you like to go outside and swing or go on hikes. Or what about race down the road, as long as it's a safe place, on your bikes. So a friend is someone who, what do you think? All right, here's another question or a statement. You fill in the blank. Everybody needs. What's something that everybody needs? Everybody needs. I'm going to say a toothbrush. Everybody needs a toothbrush. What'd you come up with? Okay, here's another one. More than anything else, I wish. What do you wish for? Is it okay to wish for things? Sure. It's fun. It's fun to imagine or dream, have goals. You know what? More than anything else, I wished when I was little, I wanted to be a teacher. I did. Every time we would play teacher. And we had a chalkboard, and my teachers would give us the leftover papers, and so all of us girls would sort them and we would bring them home. And sometimes they had books that they were going to throw away, and so the teacher would let us bring them home, and we would play teacher in class for hours. That was something I wanted to do, and guess what? I'm a teacher now. I've been for a long time. Yeah. We won't talk about that. Oops. I made a mistake once. What'd you do? I made a mistake once. My daddy, even though I'm 50 years old, my dad still reminds me of it. And he laughs till he cries. Do you know what I did? I made supper for our family. And my dad liked tuna and peas in a gravy mix, and then we would put it over biscuits. Simple meal. And we didn't have a lot of money back in those days. And so my mommy, and I told you this on the picture I showed you of her, she taught me how to be a wife and a mommy and a teacher. And my mommy would teach us how to bake and to cook, and she would let us do that. And I was to make supper that night. Well, I did okay with the tuna and the peas and the gravy, and I made the biscuits. And they looked really pretty. They were nice golden brown. But when we took a bite, it tasted terrible. Now, it was fine as long as that gravy was over it. It tasted fine. But after we got done, there were still some biscuits. So a biscuit with some butter on it, ooh, yum. It tasted terrible. And my dad took a bite and spit it out. He's like, what did you do? And as we talked through it, Mom asked me, I'm like, I followed the direction. I felt really bad. I probably cried. I cried about things like that because I let everybody down, and they said it was tasted terrible, and they looked beautiful. But what had happened is when I was following the recipe, I didn't follow it exactly. Did you know there's a difference between baking powder and baking soda? Now, both of them help things rise, but one tastes really bad if you have too much of it. Guess what I used? They were supposed to be baking powder biscuits. Can you guess what I used? Yeah, baking soda biscuits. Maybe today you could have mom let you taste a little bit. Stick a toothpick or the end of the knife and do a taste test of each of them. You'll find out exactly what it tasted like. Both of them are important for baking. You need them. But there's a big difference. So that was a big mistake. And you know what? We still talk about it. Was I in trouble? No, I didn't get in trouble for that. It was a mistake. Did I learn from my mistake? Oh, yes. I still, to this day, every time I look at a recipe, I look very carefully. Is it powder or soda? And I set things out on my table. In fact, sometimes I make sure I pre-measure it. The other day when I was making cookies with you, I forgot to tell you that into the cup measure, I had already put the salt and the baking soda. So I had done it because I'm paranoid about missing that. But then I forgot to tell you about it. Oops. And I said, make sure you follow the recipe. Yeah, it's important. So that was my mistake. It was a funny mistake, and we still talk about it to this day. All right, here's one more thing. If I were invisible, I could... What could you do? What would you do? Don't be naughty. But if you were invisible, what would you do? That's fun. Think about all the things you could do if nobody could see you. Don't be naughty, though. Remember, God always sees us. He also knows what we're thinking, so be careful. Have some fun talking about those things with Mom and Dad. I like to hear what you guys come up with. Remember, there's no wrong answer to that. It's just what you're thinking about. Share what you're thinking about. Share your funny moments. Share your sad moments. Share your jokes. Share your stories. And you know what? If you make a mistake, it's okay. Don't cry about it. Don't fuss about it. Learn from it. Yeah. Remember? In kindergarten, we try. We practice, and we don't cry about it. I can laugh about my mistakes. Can you?